What's up, y'all? Jiri here, back with another daily live stream on Underdog Fantasy. And man, I hope I was sneaky enough. Okay, we hopped in the draft. We're in one already. Pick 8. Let me take a look right here, see if I recognize any. Dude, okay, how does this guy end up every time, man? Brooklyn Bum is in here every single time, no matter what I do. This guy is in my head. He is just in tune. Maybe he's somehow hacked into my computer, screen sharing or whatever. But what's up, Brooklyn Bum? Glad you're on the other side of the board. Um, I think we escaped everyone else, so maybe that won't affect me too much. I hope. But yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome, and we're hopping into a draft right away. Just getting right to it, and hope we have a good time tonight. Yeah, Green Bean. What's up, my guy? Sneaky, sneaky. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to be a little sneaky. I feel like I'm giving it away too much. You guys know what I'm doing now, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. Misery GG. What's up, my friend? Jerry the GOAT. We're trying, okay? We're trying to be the GOAT. We're having fun over here. And man, Jahmyr Gibbs. See, Brooklyn Bum, this is what happens, man. You join and you get sniped on Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'm glad to see it at least happens to you as well. If you missed the other stream the other day, man, we got sniped on Gibbs, one pick away, both drafts, and it hurt my soul a little bit. But already a little bit of a unique start with Christian McCaffrey getting pulled up to pick 3. Very interesting. Kind of wish I was at pick 5 right there or pick 4 to get my choice of the elite receiver. And we'll see who we get at 8. I really don't know what I'll do. If I want to get a receiver or if I want to go running back, we'll see what this guy at 7 does right now. Come on now. Don't be teasing me. He takes St. Brown. Okay, so no matter what, we just get cucked. It just happens. We can't even get our guy. Y'all know I'm a massive Lions fan. I want me some St. Brown, but JT at 8, we'll take that. Try and get someone to fall to us as well and get a unique combo. What's my cat's name? I have 2 cats. So the one you see right up here, this is East Van Dan. I live in East Vancouver, and I named him Dan after Dan Campbell because I'm a massive Lions fan. And then I have another cat. His name is No Prob Waymo. Name is Waymo after Jameson Williams' nickname, Waymo. And I call him Momo for short. So yeah, we got Dan and Momo, two little sweethearts. I adopted them last summer, had them for about 8-9 months now, and yeah, they're the best. We got some funny clips of them too. So they're definitely a feature on these streams. Got their cat tree. There's only one post left in the cat tree. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the clip where Dan just jumped off the couch and completely tackled it. So yeah, man. We love having them in the back. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying it too. And let's take a look at this draft board. So Justin Jefferson gets pulled up to 10. That's a little different. Jeremiah Love there at 12. So, man, this is why I'm trying to get a little sneaky. Okay, except for Brooklyn Bum, he is hacked into our computer and he just knows exactly what we're doing. I'm gonna have to just stop even announcing when I'm gonna start streaming or something like that. But man, when I'm in a draft with like 8 of you guys, sometimes I think there's been a draft where I've been in with like 10 of you guys, and it is tough. All right. But Brooklyn Bum, sharp drafter. Glad he is on the other side of the board today. So hope everyone's having a good Wednesday night. I'm only going to be doing one draft on my stream. And then at 8 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be going over to Off the Schneid stream to join him for a draft. So looking forward to that big time. And kind of wish one of these guys had fallen to us. Dang. What do I want to do? I do take a lot of neighbors. I think I'm feeling, yeah, let's go neighbors. Why not? Or can we get Drake London? No. We'll take neighbors. So not a super unique start with Jonathan Taylor and Malik Neighbors, but we're playing for week 17. I like Jonathan Taylor because he was on my Best Ball Mania 4 finals team, And I was very big on him last year, which felt phenomenal for the first half of the season before the whole Colts offense just shit the bed. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor, Malik Neighbors both have outs to being number one at their position. So see what team we can build with this. Yeah. I kind of wish that someone like Hampton fell or someone like Achan even fell when we get Jonathan Taylor 2 picks past ADP, but JT as well falls quite a bit in these drafts. And interesting that CNED goes Christian McCaffrey at 3 and then Brees Hall at pick 22. So very interesting right there. Kind of expected Brees Hall, if anything, to fall a little bit after getting tagged by the Jets. I've been saying that I think the most optimistic landing spot would have been just to hit the free agent market, go to a contending team that really wants to use him in a bell cow role. The Jets, they just like to rotate guys. Aaron Glenn coming over from Detroit, he likes to rotate guys. He was like up to 3 last year. So not necessarily the best for fantasy, but maybe it's a little different. Maybe they have a plan where they want to feed Brees Hall the first half of the season and then trade him at the deadline or something if they suck and try and get something back because he's still not on a long-term deal. So there's still outs for him in the second half of the best ball season to be an absolute smash, maybe end up on a contending team. And the same goes for Achan. I have not been drafting a ton of Achan, but he has a lot of outs just to be a good pick by getting traded at the deadline in the middle of the season, ending up on a good team. And yeah, even though I am not high on the Dolphins, it seems like they're just trying to tank this year, which shoot, man, they've been accused of in the past, I'm pretty sure, did they end up losing like a draft pick for that or something? I know there was something going on with the Dolphins actually trying to deliberately tank in the past, but who knows, man. I would like for Olave to fall. That'd be interesting. Two picks away. Yeah, the running backs get so dry after Kenneth Walker goes off the board. I'm glad this guy pulled up Kyron Williams. Give us Chris Olave. 1 pick away. You know what? I'm going to take some Josh Allen. Am I going to take Josh Allen? Fuck, dude. I have such a hard time taking Josh Allen. Okay, fine. I'll do it. I don't love it just because I feel like there's such great values at quarterback in like the 6th round and the 7th round where there's a lot of really good receivers right here, but I don't have a ton of Josh Allen. I don't want to be completely fading him just because he could be the guy you need in week 17. And maybe the Bills offense gets even better. They get some more pass catchers that can actually do something. So yeah, someone I still want to be mixing in. I don't think I'm going to have a full 8% of Josh Allen. Might be closer to 4 or 5%, but still want to have some shares of him. And usually whenever I draft Malik Neighbors, I get a lot of Jackson Dart. And I don't want all my Malik Neighbors teams to have Jackson Dart, mainly because he can get injured a lot. And who knows, if he gets injured, if Jameis Winston is still on the roster and he's just slinging the ball, still could be very bullish for Malik Neighbors, but then your Jackson Dart teams are not looking so great. So, okay, if we get JMO, I'm probably taking him. I might mix in Devonta Smith right here too, just in case AJ Brown happens to get traded. Devonta Smith is going to scream up in value. So JMO goes. I'm feeling some Devonta Smith right here. We also get some Giants and Eagles correlation, so maybe that's just a week 17 matchup. What's up, Ryan? Where you been? What do you mean, man? Where have I been? I've been streaming every single day. Where you been? What are you talking about, dog? I've been in the streets every day. Welcome, though. Happy to see you here, my friend. Okay, wow, Cam Scatabo goes at 42. Gross. This is why I like trying to get in some drafts without you guys in them, because we get guys reaching on Cam Scatabo when he is falling to the 6th round as of recently. And if you guys have been watching, you know I literally have 0% Cam Scatabo right now, and that feels great. A lot of rumors of the Giants wanting a free agent running back or even Jeremiah Love in the draft. So yeah, I'm fading Cam Scatabo, and I am not mad about it. He feels like he is going way too high, and coming off a horrific injury as well. Like I really cannot wrap my head around why he would be going in the 4th round. Yeah, he had some good games, had a lot of touchdowns, could catch some passes, but not the most explosive, fast twitched up guy as it is. And then coming off that terrible injury, getting, I believe, tightrope surgery, we have just seen guys after that not look like themselves again, at least the following year. So, man, okay. Did this guy get Zay Flowers and Lamar? Damn, nice. That feels good, man. Getting Zay Flowers in the 4th, Lamar in the 5th just feels so nice. And if we get Travion Henderson, I'm going to take him here. Then we get some Buffalo New England correlation. He goes. So I'm going to go ahead and take Carnell Tate. I like taking the rookie receivers in this 5th round. Tate and Lemon, both overexposed on those guys. I have more Lemon than I do Tate, but I like to mix them up. I like to get both on my teams. And yeah, I think after the draft, these guys are just going to rise. Even though they didn't necessarily both have the best combine, Tate more so for his on-field performance, not the best in the 40, a little slower than expected, and some question marks apparently with Makai Lemon in his interviews. But oh boy. Yeah, this is why I like my cats in the background, man. They go nuts. Like Momo is he's a wild boy, man. And since they just have one like high post now, they fucking fight over it. So Momo might just be a little brat and try and bite Dan in the butt to get him off. He does that. Anyways, RJ Harvey, man, falling for good reason. A lot of reports recently about Denver wanting to bring in another running back. Apparently, they were interested in David Montgomery, just not the asking price. Damn, okay. I actually wanted Mike Evans. I don't have a ton of Mike Evans, and just for the chance that he went to Buffalo, that would have been a really nice projected stack to get. And right now, I am really hoping for Makai Lemon. And of course, I open my mouth and he gets taken. David Montgomery goes. So do I just take Harvey here, falling this far? Don't really see Harvey fall this far, and I don't have a ton of him. So why not click him in a situation like this? His ADP might settle around here. Might even go even later, depending on who they sign in free agency, if they sign someone. But this is the latest I've ever seen RJ Harvey go at pick 65, and I've done over 100 drafts. So I don't mind getting a share of him there. Just, yeah, a little bit of a different combination of players. He's better in Ram for goal line work. Feels fine for Cam, but got to let him fall in these drafts for sure. Yeah, like Cam Scatabo definitely can get rushing touchdowns, but I don't want to be drafting that archetype in the 4th round. And if they sign someone like Kenneth Walker, if they draft Jeremiah Love, then I don't know, man. Plus, they have a new coaching staff, so they don't really have any allegiance to Cam Scatabo necessarily. And to me, he just feels like he's getting drafted off of his personality more than his actual skill and performance. No, this is a big board draft. This is a $10 draft, not a $3. Yeah, you do see a little bit of different stuff in those $3 little board rooms, but this is a bigger board. And this is what happens when I don't get in a draft with 10 other of you guys watching who are all sharp and know the players that I like as well. So uh, David Montgomery goes here at 64 above RJ Harvey, which I don't hate. Oh man, this is a tough range. I don't necessarily want any of these players, really. This feels terrible. Oh gosh. Okay, I don't care how big of a reach it is. I just want DJ Moore. I genuinely think he's the best player on the board right now because even Jackson Dart we couldn't take for Malik Neighbors. We don't have another quarterback available. Ramondre Stevenson is so expensive. Getting a second quarterback unstacked here feels like a reach. All these tight ends feel like a similar value to me. Plus, Kincaid is an option when we have Josh Allen. Receiver was quite thin, and I personally just think DJ Moore is a good value. Someone I've drafted quite a lot of. I do not anticipate him being on the Bears still. I think he is going to get traded. And yeah, for that reason, I like DJ Moore. And I don't really care reaching on him. It doesn't bother me at all. We could still get Tucker Kraft. We could still get Kyle Pitts with our next pick. We could get one of these running backs too, but I think I want to push that a little bit. And if we get, I'm going to take Kyle Pitts right here. I don't have a ton of Kyle Pitts just because I'm a huge Lions fan and I've been drafting a lot of Sam Laporta. But Kyle Pitts, definitely someone I want more of because I think Kevin Stefanski is going to be quite good for that offense, especially in the tight end room. They could definitely add a second tight end because we saw in Cleveland they liked using both Njoku and Fannin, but Kyle Pitts has kind of gotten a little better each year. So DJ Moore is definitely gone. He posted on his socials today. Damn, I didn't even see that, but I have a lot of DJ Moore. I probably have like at least 20% DJ Moore, maybe even like up to 25. Like for a guy who's going, like you can get him in the 9th round pretty frequently. And I really don't care to reach for him in the 7th. I don't think there's much of a difference. You just get a different, unique combination. But DJ Moore, he can get long touchdowns. And Chicago, they had a very, very crowded pass catching room, especially when they add Loveland, they add Burden. Romo Dunze was really showing out the first half of the year. And they play outside. You know, if he ends up in a team in a dome, then I think that can be great. I personally think, and I hate to say this, but I think DJ Moore gets traded to the Raiders in a package for Max Crosby. And the reason I hate that is because I'm a Lions fan and going against Max Crosby twice a year and Micah Parsons twice a year and the Vikings blitz heavy defense twice a year is not fun. But I think that makes a ton of sense. The Raiders need wide receiver help more than anything. They need a wide receiver one. They have an incredible amount of cap room. And I think that would be a win-win trade for both teams. Just a little unbiased perspective right there. But yeah, if DJ Moore goes to the Raiders, phenomenal value. Absolutely phenomenal. Quentin Johnston falls a lot too. Wow. And dude, it's hard for me not to just draft Sam Laporta here too. But if Tony Pollard's there, I'm taking Tony Pollard. If not, I'm probably taking Blake Corum. He gets taken. So Tony Pollard falling 14 picks. I'm not going to pass on that. Like, yeah, I'm not going to be mad at that. I'll take Tony Pollard. Don't have a ton of him, but he's just been steady. And hey, what's up, dog? What's up, Tyler? Tuned into your stream a little earlier. Caught some of the Toxic Tower, and man, I had to sage myself and sage my room after that. There was a lot of toxicity, my friend, but thanks for tuning in. We'll be on Off the Schneid stream after this draft too, so catch that if you want. And yeah, this is an interesting room for sure. Very different when I'm not drafting with you guys. Like Sam Laporta at 107, like, oh my goodness, dude. Maybe I could have drafted like a Rico Dowdle, Tyler Algier. I'm trying to draft a lot of these free agents right now just because I expect them to go up in these drafts once they sign because people get the confirmation bias and then draft accordingly. And wow, George Kittle at 108. We saw Sam Laporta and George Kittle go back to back. In no universe should this be happening. So, man, sneaking in these drafts is definitely feeling a lot better. And with our next pick, we're pretty open on what we can do. We have a 1-3-4-1. We got great value on RJ Harvey at pick 65. Not someone I draft a lot, but when we get him 13 picks past ADP, I'll do it. Tony Pollard, 14 picks past ADP. I'm cool with that. We do want to think about another quarterback eventually. I don't know if I want to take Love or Baker right here, though. Could get Jordan Love. Maybe Matthew Golden falls back. We can also, I think that just might be the safest. We can get Kincaid, but honestly, I'd rather get a second quarterback than a second tight end right now. And with Josh Allen and Jordan Love, I'm stopping at 2 for sure. And I'm pretty happy with that. So I have gotten Matthew Golden to fall to me at like 137 before. So that's not out of the realm of possibilities. And I like receivers down the board. I like tight ends down the board. So just locking up that starting quarterback when it starts to get a little cloudy, like Tyler Shuck had a pretty good rookie year, but still a little unproven. Has good rushing upside though. Sam Darnold, just a little steady Eddie. Malik Willis, people are very bullish on, and could be great if he goes to the right landing spot and stays healthy. But if I'm being honest, his frame worries me a little bit. He is not a big guy. And even when he was in Green Bay and starting a couple games, like he got injured, left the game. He was trying to come back, but he's like 6'1" or something like that, maybe 6 feet tall. And he's not a huge guy. So playing a full season, you never want to wish injuries on anyone, but I would not be surprised if he ends up getting injured, unfortunately. Yeah, this is the most open board I've seen. Land the plane. Bro, we land the planes over here. All right, we fuck. And these drafts, we nail these drafts. So I'm locked in. Oh, shoot. That reminds me, dude. I got to lock in. We're putting the hood up. We are hoodied. We are now hoodied. And that means we are locked in. All right. So I really want Matthew Golden right here. And I'm hoping these guys, motherfucker, dude, every damn time. Okay. I got to stop opening my fucking mouth because every time I do and say the player I want, he just gets taken. And I'm happy to see Tyler Shuck goes because that makes me a little happier about taking Jordan Love right there. And we are in like the RB question mark zone right here. And probably the one right now with the most upside is Kenneth Gainwell. So I'm just going to go with him. And I can talk openly because I don't think any people here are watching the stream. So Romeo Doubs is going to be my next pick if he's available because there's a chance he goes to Buffalo and there's a chance he returns to Green Bay. So we could end up with a stack either way right there. Happy with that. Best ball on call. What's up, man? Jerry Judy, you're always on call with that. I appreciate it. Don't know if we're going to draft him right there. Take Higgins. Higgins was definitely someone I was considering, but this running back tier is like, it's not great. And I've taken quite a bit of Tracy. Y'all know I'm popping Woodies for Woody Marks all the time, but Kenneth Gainwell I don't have a ton of, and if he goes back to the Steelers, he could be in a good role. So someone I don't mind mixing in. What's up, Poohames? Glad to see you here, buddy. I was listening to your stream earlier when I was driving home from work. Always good content coming out of Poohames. And one pick away. Come on. Give us Dobbs. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, I shouldn't say it. Fuck. Every time I say it. Okay, thank goodness. Maybe I called it early. So I like the team we have so far. We have Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Jonathan Taylor, RJ Harvey, 13 picks past ADP, Tony Pollard, 14 picks past ADP, Kenneth Gainwell. At receiver, we have Neighbors, Devonta Smith, who, if AJ Brown gets traded, he's going to steam up, maybe even to the second round. So good value there. Cardinal Tate, rookie upside. DJ Moore. Yeah, I reached on DJ Moore, but when the tier was so flat, like where these guys were going, I didn't want Fannin because if we got Kraft, Pitts, Laporta, any of those guys later, I'd be fine with it. And then we saw guys like Addison and Worthy go in between as well. So not sure DJ Moore would really even come back to pick 89. And getting a share of Kyle Pitts, you can just take another leap. And yeah, I think we're doing pretty well in this draft. Any guesses on where Romeo Doubs lands? I think he's just gonna take the bag. Like, I'm sure Jordan Love wants him back in Green Bay because they're buddies. But man, the Raiders might just throw a bag at him. The Titans might just throw a bag at him. I could very easily see him on the Bills too, because the Bills kind of want a receiver with Romeo Doubs' skill set. So yeah, I'm in this fantasy scenario. I'm hoping that he either goes to Buffalo or to Green Bay. So we fall our way into a stack right there. Now, looking at these guys on the board, Emmett Johnson falling is very enticing, but I feel like he's just going to keep falling a little more. Rachaad White is my preferred click right here. I think once he signs, he's going to go up in value, and he could find himself in a very favorable landing spot. So I already know who I want with my next pick too, so I'm not going to say anything on that. But wow, look, Mike Washington's ADP is already 160. That is insane, dude. That happened so fast too. In like less than a week. It's been half a week, and Mike Washington's ADP has gone up like 60 spots. And yeah, I know who I want with my next pick. I'm not going to say anything. Hoping he comes back to me. Yeah, Rachaad White. I think the best landing spot for Rachaad White is maybe the Vikings. Being just a good pass catcher. And, you know, Jordan Mason's not taking any of that from him. Jordan Mason's also someone who's been rising a lot after the Aaron Jones news, which I don't necessarily think is like sharp because they're going to bring in another running back, like for sure. Omar Cooper is who I wanted. We don't get him back. I think he would have fit very nicely on this team, but oh well. We are still very open. I like the 5 running backs that we have. Gonna want to go with 6, but yeah, they just dried up really quick. So I'm happy that we ended up getting Rachaad White right there. And he's been just steady rising in these drafts. Okay, I think we could go Pat Bryant for some Denver correlation, but I'm gonna go Josh Downs. I like Josh Downs, and while this waits, I'm gonna roll the clip. I'm rolling the clip. All right. Josh Downs. A little mid, but stud potential. And ran. Holy fuck, dude. Yo, my cat just broke his tree. That's what I was talking about fucking Dan just tackling his tree, man. I'm so glad we got that on camera. But now, every time I draft Josh Downs, I'm playing that clip. So we love some Josh Downs over here. I like how this draft is turning out, though. I think it makes sense too. I think it's good. I think it makes sense. Yeah. Smell Connor being a future Lion. He definitely could. He would fit the build. Brad Holmes also loves guys that just come off injury. And yeah, James Conner, solid veteran. Could also see someone like Brian Robinson, maybe J.K. Dobbins, but I think they might want like a little bit of a more thumper. But yeah, I could definitely see James Conner being Lion. He has that dog in him. He's a gritty guy. And yeah, Jeremy a couple rounds later is just the same as Omar Cooper. The one thing with Omar Cooper is he is sometimes getting mocked to the Bills at pick 26, I believe they have. So trying to just get some possible future stacks right there. Because I don't think Carnell Tate is falling all the way there, and I don't think they're going to trade up for him or be able to trade that high. So trying to just, predict some possible trades or stacks. And wow, Torrey Horton at 171. I know Who Hames loves some Torrey Horton. Who Hames also loves some Pat Bryant. Would have loved to scoop one of those values with our next pick. But man, if Tajay Spears is there, I'm going to take him. If Aaron Jones is there, I'm going to take him. See who we get. It's also hard for me to pass up on one of these tight ends because it's a bit of a drop off after that, I feel like. The guys after us, and Tajay Spears goes. You know what? I don't know if we need Aaron Jones on this team. I think I would rather get a tight end. I have a ton of Barner. We could get Malik Neighbors as some Giants correlation, but I just like AJ Barner more, so I'm going to take him. If we had Jackson Dart on our team, then I would definitely be taking Theo Johnson. But yeah, I'm going to take AJ Barner. And Aaron Jones is falling because he got cut and he's not on a team right now, but I don't think that's a terrible value either to just scoop a little later. And we're still quite open on what we can do. I'm very happy with the two quarterbacks we have. Sure, I could look at a Michael Penix possibly because we do have Kyle Pitts, but I'm not convinced Michael Penix is playing the whole season. And he's coming off a torn ACL. Not the first time he's done that either. So if we can get Theo Johnson on the way back, I'd be happy. Dylan Sampson's someone I'd be interested in. Tank Bigsby, I like quite a bit. Ooh, Eli Stowers actually might be really nice on this team. Eli Stowers could be a good fit for this team. And then maybe later we can look at a sixth running back. I don't think we need to force a sixth running back right here. Wow, Jake Tongas already goes too. So Theo Johnson, now I'm really hoping for Stowers. I think that would fit this tight end room extremely well. Plus, who knows? Maybe he just goes to Buffalo or goes to Green Bay. Who knows? But I don't know if either of these guys are going to take him. A little bit of a reach, but I think that's a good value. Oh, and motherfucker, dude, every time I have to say it. I have to open my mouth, and it happens every time. Okay, that's unfortunate. Now, Terrence Ferguson's also interesting. I don't have a ton of Dylan Sampson, but I just think Tank Bigsby's better. I think he's better at football. He's on a better team. So I'm going to go with Tank, and we can stop at 6 running backs, but I also have room for a 7th because I'm definitely stopping at 2 quarterbacks. I'm going to take a third tight end, so there's 5, which means we would have to draft 9 receivers, and I don't necessarily even need 9 receivers on this team. So can definitely be looking at like a Keon Coleman later. We also don't have any stacks for either of our quarterbacks necessarily. We don't have a stack with Josh Allen. We don't have a stack with Jordan Love. So it would be nice maybe to get a possible Keon Coleman. Maybe takes a little step up, but we'll see what comes to us. We'll see what comes to us. I know a running back that I would want. Ray Davis would feel pretty good on this team. Get some Bills correlation, and we have room for a 7th running back. So I think 7 running backs and 8 receivers would probably make a little more sense on this team. We'll see what comes, though. We'll see what comes. So much nicer just being able to talk openly about my picks. Brooklyn Bum's the only one in here, but he's in every draft. Yeah, dude, Bukowski, that's funny, man. Dan needs a Dobbs helmet. He really does, dude. But it's funny because he's the chill one. Like, Dan's just the most chill little cat. But sometimes when he gets the zoomies, oh, fuck. Yeah, Momo's the wild one. And he proves that every stream. Like, he just fucking comes out of nowhere and just, oh, shit, we're on the clock. Fucking shit, man. Yeah, I'm just going to take Ray Davis. We'll get some Bills correlation. And did Keon Coleman get taken? He did. Wow. Finesser. He finessed me out of Keon Coleman. Interesting. So wide receiver tight end is where we're going to be looking. Zachariah Branch is interesting. Chris Brazel's interesting. We definitely have room for a rookie on this team. I like Cade Otton as a third tight end. We mentioned Jeremy Bernard. Yeah, a lot of options still available. And even Kyle Pitts, AJ Barner, I can stop at 2 tight ends if I really want to, but I think it makes a little more sense just to take a third. When we have Allen, we have Jordan Love. If we want, we could even look at Dontavian Wicks. But I just don't know, like, if he's really going to do much in Green Bay again. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to take Cade Otton first because I think he's just a step above the rest of the tight ends available. So hopefully he falls to us. Tax Masters, he already has 3. This guy has 2, so hopefully he doesn't take Cade Otton. And I just mentioned it, so he's probably going to. Takes Najee. Okay. So we're not going to hesitate. We're going to take Cade Otton. And now we're just going to finish off with 2 receivers. Might make sense to actually take Wicks on this team because he's not being drafted very often. We have Jordan Love possibly unstacked. Depends what happens with Romeo Doubs. So we'll see what's happening there. Very strong running back room, headlined by Jonathan Taylor. We'll see the receiver values that come to us. Feel pretty good about this team. Nice and Blunt. What's up, my friend? If you guys missed yesterday's stream, Nice and Blunt was on it, and I was on his too. So go check out that stream that I did on Nice and Blunt's channel. We had a fun time. Drafted some teams that definitely fuck. So we draft some good teams together. I tune out the mocking players to certain teams in the draft, especially this far out. I'll consider it like a day before the draft. Yeah, like it's not something I take too seriously, but it might be like a little tiebreaker for me. When I'm maxing this tournament out, I'm trying to get any little edge and just think about projected stacks because it's just fun to mix in a little bit. Like, I'm not sure if you were here in the start, but I wanted Mike Evans at pick 65. I don't have a ton of Mike Evans, and he went above ADP in this draft. But the reason being is there's a chance he goes to Buffalo, and I could just fall into a stack like that. So I know that's a free agent example, and you were talking about mocks, but I think it's a same sort of thing. Just try and get a little different, get any sort of edge that we can, really. Because this tournament's probably going to be closed the day before the draft. So we're not going to have that chance or that information at that time. Okay, I think I have an idea of who I want to go with. And yeah, I'd love to see the fall on Harvey. This is the furthest I've seen Harvey go. Some buzz that apparently Denver was interested in David Montgomery, just not at the asking price. So they definitely want to add another running back, which I've kind of been anticipating the whole time. And I don't have too much RJ Harvey for that reason. I drafted him a little bit when this contest first opened, just because I felt a little desperate for running back and he was a name, but feels a little rich. However, in the 6th round, I'm cool with that. Now, Malachi Fields, someone who definitely could go to Buffalo. I'm going to go ahead and take Malik Washington, though, just because I think he's going to be on the field a good bit. Plus, we have Buffalo. We have, what's the other team? Oh, never mind. We didn't get any New England. Sorry, I thought we had a New England player on this team. But anyways, a little division correlation with Buffalo, too. So don't hate that. Malik Washington feels good as a wide receiver 7. And I think I am just going to take Wicks on this team because why not? If I'm going to take Dontavian Wicks on any team, it's going to be a team where I have Jordan Love and I don't have anyone stacked with him. I miss out on the Matthew Golden fall. Don't get Tucker Kraft. We have Romeo Doubs, but I kind of anticipate him leaving the Packers because he can just get a massive bag in free agency. So why not get Dontavian Wicks? Green Bay loves to spread the ball around. Always has some issues with his health, but I'm sure he's going to catch a couple touchdowns this year. Doesn't feel like a zero, which in around 20 feels fine. And I quite like this team actually. I think it's pretty good. I don't take a ton of Josh Allen in the third, but I think it worked on this, especially with the some of the values that we got in like RJ Harvey, for example. Devonta Smith, maybe he just becomes a second round pick. If AJ Brown gets traded, who knows? Carnell Tate, I expect to rise after the draft. Probably stay around the same price in this contest, but yeah, feels pretty good. Really don't think I'll get sniped on Wicks here. So, final team, we're looking at Josh Allen, Jordan Love as our quarterbacks. Really, anytime I'm getting Josh Allen, I'm going to be stopping at 2 quarterbacks almost certainly. At running back, we got Jonathan Taylor, RJ Harvey, Tony Pollard, Kenneth Gainwell, Rashad White, Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis. This is a really, really solid running back room, in my opinion. We got good values on Harvey, good value on Pollard. Kenneth Gainwell, if he goes back to Pittsburgh, he's going to have a good role. Rashad White, going to rise after he goes to a team in free agency. Tank Bigsby, great handcuff on one of the better offenses. Ray Davis, we get a piece of Buffalo, so at least we get some Josh Allen correlation, even though it's not strong. But as our 7th running back, who cares? Wide receiver, we have Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, some divisional correlation there as well. Carnell Tate, DJ Moore, who I did reach on, but just where the draft board was, receiver was pretty thin. We saw Addison get pulled up to 83. We got Worthy pulled up to 86. And we still got Pitts. We still got Pollard. So I don't really think we sacrificed any value at all right there. So I'm happy with that. And I think he rises. Apparently posted on his socials today that he's not going to be going back to Chicago, which I've been anticipating and why I've been drafting him a ton. And fucking there you go. We didn't even mention it, Brooklyn Bum. Thank you for telling us. But Jalen Naylor, he is on the thumbnail today. And man, I think it was Jamie, nice and blunt. I think it was your buddy Jamie, who in yesterday's stream was like, Naylor, I barely know her. And so I put that quote in the thumbnail today. I thought it was pretty funny, but yeah, I totally forgot to even talk about the late round darts. And I got some time before I'm going to be on Off the Schneid's team. So maybe we'll talk about that just a little bit right now. But these receivers, man, I think there's a ton of value at receiver in like the 20th round. Jalen Naylor, someone who's just going to get the bag in free agency, I think. Also could have been good on this team because, hey, there's a good chance he just goes to Buffalo. Like, very possible. But other guys that I really like scrolling down for, and someone who's also in the thumbnail, where is he? Did he get taken? He almost never gets taken. Calvin Austin, he did get taken in this draft. Yeah, Calvin Austin is a free agent, not going back to Pittsburgh, at least currently. He could definitely get re-signed, but Calvin Austin is someone who I don't see go in a lot of drafts, but I feel like, I'm not trying to take credit for it, but I feel like after I called him out and mentioned it, I've seen him go in more and more drafts. And I think that's a really sneaky round 20 pick to mix in on whatever team, whether he goes back to Pittsburgh or not, just a guy that can catch long touchdowns. Apparently, he's a good human being as well, which is always nice, and teams are going to like that. Has clutch hands. He caught a game-winning touchdown. He's a burner, fast guy. He can get schemed up. And round 20, best ball pick, feels like a really, really great value. So definitely like mixing in some Calvin Austin. And like even Kyle Williams going into his second year. Like the Patriots just released Stephon Diggs today. So maybe Kyle Williams can take a little step up. Or they're just making a little room for AJ Brown. Who knows? But yeah, a ton of guys. Ryan Flournoy, who Brooklyn Bum drafted as well, can definitely be a great late round dart throw. Especially if George Pickens is being a little powder and, you know, throw some fits in training camp. Devon Vele, he's old, but young in his NFL career. The Saints traded for him. They don't have a very deep depth chart. Definitely someone you can mix in. Bryce Lance been getting hype after the combine. Getting a little compared to Christian Watson just based on measurables. I know Who Hames talks about that a lot. Christian Kirk, I think, is a pretty sneaky play too. You know, not very exciting, but he's younger than you expect. He's 29 years old. And I think he still has some left in the tank if he can stay healthy. Like, you think back to last offseason, he was getting a ton of training camp buzz. He was getting called the slot demon in Houston, like showing great chemistry with CJ Stroud apparently, but then got injured at the end of the offseason, which wasn't great. I had some Christian Kirk bags last season, so that hurt me a little bit. But even in the playoff game, I think it was against Pittsburgh, he showed out and showed that he can still make plays. So yeah, I like that. Mac Hollins, I think, is a pretty sneaky pick too. Someone who can just get long touchdowns. Feels fine. Devontae Walker, if you have Lamar Jackson, feels like a good scroll down. Cedric Tillman, what the Tilly, he feels pretty good. So I like that little dart throw. And yeah, a lot of these guys, you can just mix in here and there. And I think they can add some good value to your team. So yeah, a little good callback right there, man. And man, I don't know what's going to happen with Diggs. I've only drafted him once, dude. I've only drafted him once. Yeah, every potential Josh Allen stack. Dude, it's fun to play like that, man. Like, with so much unknown in the offseason, it's fun to play just who knows, you know? And Hollywood, yeah, Hollywood's not a bad last round click either. He always seems to get injured, but that doesn't feel bad. Send Text Legend. What's up, my man? Thanks for joining the stream. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. If you think my quarterback room is awful, you might not watch a lot of football because Josh Allen, QB1, Jordan Love can get some good spike weeks, and really no point in drafting a third quarterback when you have Josh Allen. So appreciate your opinion, man. And thanks for tuning into the stream. Slayton won't be a zero, especially if Wandale leaves. Yeah, a lot of guys right here are just not zeros, which doesn't feel bad to take at the end of the draft. And I'm sure Slayton will catch a couple touchdowns. The only thing with him is, like, man, I feel like we say that every year. We always predict Slayton's going to do good or like have some spikes, and just kind of doesn't. Like last year, he had about as much opportunity as he possibly could. Didn't do too much with it. But yeah. So final team is looking like Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Jonathan Taylor, RJ Harvey, Tony Pollard, Kenneth Gainwell, Rashad White, Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, Carnell Tate, DJ Moore, Romeo Dobbs, Josh Downs, Malik Washington, Dontavian Wicks, and our tight ends, Kyle Pitts, AJ Barner, Kate Otten. So I love my tight ends. I love my receivers. I love my running backs. And I personally love my quarterbacks. So I'm quite happy with this team. And this is what happens when Brooklyn Bum is the only guy watching the stream who is in this draft. So that worked out well for us. Now, I'm only going to be doing one draft tonight because in about 13 minutes, I'm going to be on Off the Schneid's channel. So head on over there. Head on over to Off the Schneid's channel. I'll link it in the description right now or in the chat, just so, yeah, you guys can all head over there. Hopefully I can figure out how to do this on my computer. Can I even figure out how to? Okay, there it is. Oh, no, I clicked on it. I meant to copy and paste that. This is embarrassing. So what happens when we go live. Okay, and I can't highlight, and I clicked on it again. You know what? You guys can Google it yourself. All right, Off the Schneid. Go to his channel in about 10 minutes. We're going to be live again there. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, I love you. Joy is beautiful. And we are going to end this stream. Hey, damn it. Hey, down. Hey, buddy. Yo. Oh, dude, I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.